In a small village nestled among the rolling hills of Africa, there lived a man named Obasi. He was known far and wide for his wealth, acquired through hard work, cunning business deals, and a touch of luck. But despite his riches, Obasi remained humble and generous, always willing to lend a hand to those in need. Obasi was married to a kind and gentle woman named Adana, and together they had 3 children, 2 sons, Kofi and Kwame, and a daughter, Aisha. The family lived in a grand mansion on the outskirts of the village, surrounded by lush gardens and towering trees. As the years passed, Obasi realized that his wealth meant nothing without the love and happiness of his family. He decided that it was time for a change, time to leave behind the trappings of wealth and live a simpler, more fulfilling life. So, one sunny morning, Obasi gathered his family together and told them of his decision. At first, they were surprised and even a little apprehensive, but Obasi's unwavering determination soon won them over. Together, they packed their belongings and bid farewell to their mansion, leaving behind their life of luxury for a new adventure. With nothing but a few possessions and each other, they set out into the world, ready to embrace whatever challenges lay ahead. Their journey took them through dense forests, across vast plains, and over towering mountains. Along the way, they encountered all manner of obstacles, from fierce animals to treacherous weather, but they faced each challenge with courage and determination. As they traveled, Obasi and his family met many people from different walks of life. They shared their stories, their laughter, and their wisdom, gaining a deeper understanding of the world around them with each passing day. Eventually, after 2 years of wandering, they came upon a beautiful valley nestled between 2 towering peaks. Here, they decided to make their new home, building a simple house out of wood and thatch and planting fields of crops to sustain them. Life in the valley was not always easy, but it was rich in love, laughter, and the simple joys of family. Obasi and Adana worked side by side in the fields, while Kofi and Kwame helped tend to the animals and Aisha gathered herbs and berries from the forest. As the years passed, their bond grew stronger, and they became known throughout the land for their kindness and generosity. People would travel from far and wide to seek their counsel and bask in their warmth, and Obasi would always welcome them with open arms and a hearty laugh. And so, Obasi and his family lived happily ever after, surrounded by the beauty of nature and the love of each other. Though they may have left behind their life of wealth and luxury, they had found something far more precious, the true riches of the heart. In the valley where Obasi and his family had made their new home, life continued to unfold with its own rhythm and challenges. As the seasons passed, the valley flourished under their care, and their simple homestead grew into a thriving community. One day, as the sun rose over the mountains, a messenger arrived at Obasi's door. He bore news of a neighboring village in dire need of help. Their crops had failed, and sickness had spread among the people, leaving them desperate and without hope. Without hesitation, Obasi and his family gathered what supplies they could spare and set out to lend a hand. Along the way, they encountered weary travelers and frightened villagers, each with their own tale of hardship and struggle. When they finally arrived at the neighboring village, they were met with tears of gratitude and cries of relief. Obasi and his family worked tirelessly, tending to the sick, repairing homes, and sharing their food and provisions with those in need. As they labored side by side with the villagers, they formed bonds of friendship and trust that would last a lifetime. And though their stay in the village was brief, the impact of their kindness and generosity would be felt for years to come. When it was time to bid farewell, the villagers gathered to thank Obasi and his family for all they had done. They presented them with gifts of handmade crafts and heartfelt blessings, promising to never forget the kindness of the strangers who had become their saviors. With heavy hearts, Obasi and his family said their goodbyes and resumed their journey back to the valley. But their hearts were lightened by the knowledge that they had made a difference in the lives of others, and that their bond as a family had grown even stronger in the face of adversity. And so, they returned to their simple life in the valley, renewed in spirit and filled with a sense of purpose. For Obasi and his family, true wealth lay not in gold or possessions, but in the love and compassion they shared with those around them. And as they watched the sunset over the mountains, they knew that their journey was far from over, and that there would always be new adventures waiting just beyond the horizon. Years passed in the tranquil valley where Obasi and his family had settled. The bonds of friendship and community grew ever stronger. Their days were filled with laughter, hard work, and the simple joys of life, but one day, a shadow fell over the valley as news arrived of a great drought sweeping across the land. Crops withered, streams dried up, and the once lush landscape turned barren and parched. Determined to help their neighbors and preserve the harmony of their beloved valley, Obasi and his family sprang into action. They dug irrigation channels, shared their water reserves, and taught others how to conserve what little resources remained. Despite their efforts, the drought persisted, and despair began to creep into the hearts of the villagers. But Obasi refused to give up hope, rallying the community together in a spirit of resilience and determination. Together, they embarked on a daring journey to find a legendary spring said to lie hidden deep within the heart of the mountains. Guided by the wisdom of the elders and the courage of their hearts, they traversed treacherous terrain and faced countless challenges along the way. After days of arduous travel, they finally reached the hidden spring, its crystal-clear waters shimmering like a precious jewel in the sunlight. With tears of joy streaming down their faces, they filled their vessels with the life-giving water and made the journey back to the valley. As they returned, the skies opened up, and rain began to fall, washing away the dust and revitalizing the parched earth. The valley erupted into cheers and celebration as the drought came to an end, and life once again flourished in abundance. From that day forward, the spring became a symbol of hope and renewal for the people of the valley, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always light to be found if one has the courage to seek it. As the years passed by in the serene valley where Obasi and his family had found solace, rumors began to circulate of a mysterious presence lurking in the shadows. Whispers of strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena spread among the villagers, casting a shadow of fear and uncertainty over their once peaceful community. One fateful night, as a full moon hung high in the sky, tragedy struck the valley. Obasi, the beloved patriarch of the community, was found lifeless in his bed, his face etched with an expression of fear and confusion. His death sent shockwaves through the village, leaving his family and friends reeling with grief and disbelief. Rumors swirled like a gathering storm, with some blaming illness or foul play, while others whispered of darker forces at work. Suspicion fell upon strangers passing through the valley and even members of the community itself, tearing at the fabric of trust and unity that had once bound them together. In the midst of the chaos, Adana, Kofi, Kwame, and Aisha stood steadfast by Obasi's side, determined to uncover the truth behind his untimely demise. Together, they combed through every clue, interrogated every witness, and delved into the darkest corners of the valley in search of answers. But the more they searched, the deeper the mystery seemed to become, as if the very shadows themselves were concealing the truth from their grasp. Strange symbols appeared painted on the walls of Obasi's home, and eerie whispers echoed through the night, sending shivers down their spines. Despite their best efforts, the truth remained elusive, and Obasi's death remained a haunting enigma that lingered over the valley like a specter. As time passed, life slowly returned to normal, but the memory of that fateful night would forever haunt the hearts and minds of those who had loved him. After the tragic and mysterious death of Obasi, life for his family took on a somber tone. Adana, Kofi, Kwame, and Aisha mourned deeply for their beloved patriarch, their grief casting a shadow over their once vibrant home. In the wake of Obasi's passing, the family found solace in each other's company, drawing strength from their shared memories and the love that bound them together. Adana, though grieving, remained a pillar of strength for her children, guiding them with wisdom and compassion through their darkest days. Together, they faced the challenges that lay ahead, determined to honor Obasi's legacy and carry on his spirit of generosity and kindness. They continued to tend to their fields, care for their animals, and extend a helping hand to those in need, just as Obasi had done in life. As time passed, the wounds of grief began to heal, replaced by a renewed sense of purpose and resilience. Kofi and Kwame took on more responsibility in managing the family's affairs, while Aisha blossomed into a young woman of strength and grace, her spirit undaunted by the trials she had faced. Despite their loss, the family found moments of joy and laughter amidst the sorrow, cherishing the precious memories they had shared with Obasi and finding comfort in the knowledge that his spirit lived on in their hearts. Years went by, and the family continued to thrive, their bond growing ever stronger. With each passing day, they remained pillars of the community, beloved and respected by all who knew them, their lives a testament to the enduring power of love, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of the human heart. And though Obasi was no longer with them in body, his presence lingered in the gentle breeze that rustled through the trees, the warmth of the sun on their faces, and the laughter of their children echoing through the valley. For in the end, it was not the wealth or possessions that defined their legacy, but the love and legacy they had built together as a family.